Hello, it's the day after Labor Day, 2008. It's a beautiful sunny day outside, the end of the season here in San Francisco, and the beginning of a new year in a way for us. I've been doing these 3-minute eggs for a couple of years now, and usually I have pictures of artworks in them. It's about creativity and art, but right now it looks like the real life is a lot more artful than any art I can think of, so I thought this would be an unusual egg in that I wouldn't use any art pictures. John McCain and Sarah Palin are down in New Orleans right now in the rain, and there's no people down there, and they're there instead of at the Republican convention, which was supposed to be nominating them. And Barack Obama, snug and dry in the TV studio with the split screen of the storm behind him, was asked by the reporter how his executive experience exceeds Sarah Palin's. And he replies with one of his beautiful grins that apart from anything else, his campaign as presidential candidate has lasted longer than her term as governor, and has involved organizing more people than live in the town of Wasilla, where she was the mayor, and has a bigger budget too. Meanwhile, the internet is alive with pictures of downtown Wasilla with a population of 5,500. There's a prominent bar, there's a small strip mall, and about 2,000 dwellings, and according to the blogger, street signs with bullet holes in them. Not to mention the photo of our possible president in waiting with black leather miniskirt and stiletto heels. And I've cut the column of David Brooks out of the New York Times this morning. It's odd because he's usually sort of sensible for a Republican. And he talks about Sarah Palin as someone who's marvelous and a marvelous person with real depth of character. But he's a little bit worried that McCain might need someone to impose a policy structure on his moral intuitions. Palin, it turns out, supports teaching creationism in schools. She just got a passport. And this one is the most, those of you that know me and read my North Pole book will laugh at this. She's suing the government, the federal government, to reverse the designation of polar bears as a threatened species. Now, the point of all this, as far as the egg is concerned, a Zen influenced writer I've been reading, Jon Kabat-Zinn, he says that creative thinking kicks in when you're on the edge of chaos. Before you reach the edge, he says the creative impulse is smoothed out like a stone. But if you get right up close, right up to the edge of the chaos, that's when you can be most truly creative. However, once you get over the edge, you're plunged into a black hole. You go past the event horizon of astronomy. And at that point, there isn't any chance to be creative. In fact, you're just holding it on for dear life. And struck me, McCain was like a stone just a few days ago, really less than a week. And now he's holding on for dear life. Now, maybe there was some creativity possibility in between, especially probably in the talking points. I heard 2 different commentators say that Alaska is the closest part of the U.S. to Russia, and that somehow implied some foreign policy experience for its governor. But Obama, on the other hand, hasn't had to stick his neck out very far to be creative. He sits on the edge of chaos simply because of who he is and the way his life is going. And his campaign is practically flawless, steady as she blows. So I appeal to you, don't let the wind blow him over the edge and support the polar bears.